This is Support is Sexy, episode 35 with Feel Good Friday. Welcome to the Support is Sexy podcast. I'm your host, Elaine Fluker, entrepreneur, author, producer, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I talk to women entrepreneurs who share their journeys and the true stories of their wins and their lessons and give you insight and inspiration to take your business and your life to the next level. Here we go. Hi everyone, welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I am so happy to have you here because you know it just would not be the same without you. So today I am calling it Feel Good Friday. And it is Feel Good Friday because, I've interviewed more than 30 fantastic women on the show in just the past few weeks. And I will tell you, I am moved by them all. I am inspired by them all. I am in love with them all because of their gifts and really because of their willingness to share and open up and not only tell their stories, but to give us great advice and tips and insights from their experience along the way. And all of them leave the conversation with some nugget of wisdom that we can use. And I will tell you, for me, I often go back and listen to episodes again and again, whether it's certain parts of it or places where I know certain parts of it are coming up, and just listen to it and be inspired, be affirmed, and hear from these powerful women. So what I did today was round up a few of those voices so that you can hear them today, whether it's Friday or not, but we're calling it Feel Good Friday, and be able to take this with you as you go into your weekend, into your day, into your evening, whatever you're doing. You will have the voices and the inspiration of these women in your ears. So what the question is that they're all responding to is when I ask everyone for a parting piece of advice. So today you'll hear from women like Morson, who is the founder of Kollective Mobile, Patricia Moreno, who's creator of the Intensati workout, Nicole, Aguierre, who is CEO of Warren Creative Agency, Tanya Alvarez, founder and CEO of Owners Up, Amanda Littlejohn, who's founder of Package Your Genius, Teju, Owoye, who is founder and CEO of Sulte Group, Ouidad, who is the founder of the global haircare company Ouidad, Moshay, Laren, real estate agent and investor, Denene, Millner, who is a New York Times bestselling author, Karen Taylor-Bass, who is a marketing and publicity strategist for small businesses, Poku, who's founder and CEO of We Network and The Other Festival, Kaira, Akita, who's an actress, artist, and creative, Mitzi Miller, who's a television executive and head of development at Rainforest Entertainment, Jessica Perdomo, who's creator of JJ Gray Shoes, and Fila Antwine, who is a relationship and life coach. So a great list of women, great voices, fantastic inspiration. I hope you enjoy this. Like I said, it's a little something different. I use this to feel good whenever I need it and wanted to be able to share it with you. So without further ado, here's Feel Good Friday.
I would say now is the time. If you're thinking about doing something, if you've been rolling it over in your head and you're paralyzed by a certain amount of fear, you're worried about what people are going to think, forget all that. Do it. Do it now. Do it today. Because, at risk of sounding weirdly fatalistic or anything like that, tomorrow's not promised. All you have is this moment. And you have to present yourself in this moment and take control of your life. So if there's anything at all that you have been thinking about doing, now is the time to do it.
Do it now. We all want to wait for the right time and nobody knows that we're going to be here tomorrow. Not one of us do. We don't know. We pray, we hope, we think, it's not on our mind, but there's not one of us that knows for sure. So if it's important, do it now and don't wait.
I would give the advice that our event gives, which is epic. Just do it. There is no time in life to be afraid. And if there's something that you really want to do, go out there and try it. The worst thing you can do is it doesn't work out, you try the next thing. So I would say be brave, go out there and try things, and don't let your life go on wishing you had done something or admiring somebody else's life from afar. Go make that your life.
Go for it, guys. No one's promised tomorrow. Go for it. Test things out as lean as possible. And always, always have a community of people encouraging you and being your champions. Because without people pushing you forward, You're kind of stuck with it, whatever thoughts that come up for you. And sometimes, unfortunately, we have those thoughts that are negative, and you have to have champions to push you forward. So always create a community around you.
If you have a vision for yourself, for your life, for your gifts, if something comes to you, an idea, like the idea of this box just came to me, and I said one day, well, what if I had to put all this stuff into a box? What if, and I said that, like, have the audacity to follow your dreams, have the audacity to honor them. They were given to you for a reason. You may not know how it's going to work. I certainly didn't know how to put together a box, mm-hmm. But I followed that to see where it would go. I found out that, all of these things can be figured out. And so when you have a dream or a vision or an idea, have the audacity to believe in it and to follow it and honor it because it was given to you and no one else.
I think the biggest thing is go for it. Go for it, go for it, go for it. You only get to run this race once, and you want to look back at the end and say, wow, I really pushed it. My lungs are burning. I'm sweating. I'm like ugly mascara and everything, but I really pushed it. And I think that is such a fulfilling experience. Live every day like it's your last. And, not to think of that in a negative light, in a positive light. Like then you get to really play full out and live a rich life. That would definitely be my parting advice.
We talked about passion, and I think that having passion is definitely a requirement for having a great career. But most important, I really would like to see everybody, and I know majority of people do have that, which is wonderful, is to really have honesty and integrity. There should be no exceptions to honesty and integrity. Integrity is a state of mind. It's not a situational. It means doing the right thing because it is the right thing to do. That's what makes success. That's my parting word.
I guess my only advice is the advice that I've taken is that, use the wisdom that's given to you, use it as a gift from God through you to the wider community. Always share, always share, always share. There's more giving. There's more in the giving than there is in the receiving. Try it for once. It really does work.
I would say what I always say to people who say that they want to write, and this goes for anybody who wants to do whatever it is that they're passionate about doing. If you are serious about it, know your craft. For me, I'm going to talk specifically about writing because that's what I do. When you're writing, it's your duty to read. It's your duty to look at how people put a sentence together. It's your duty to sit every day and exercise that muscle, your brain, and your ability to tell a story or to retell someone else's story. You have to consistently practice your art, whether it's, painting a picture, fixing a car, creating widgets, running a restaurant. You have to study how to do that and do it well so that you can see the things that you would want to change for the better, so that you could see the mistakes that people make, so you try not to make those, so that you can make mistakes and figure out how to fix it, so that you can become an expert at what it is that you want to do. You can't do any of that blindly. And so you have to, if you have a passion, you have to study that passion and then figure out from that study how to do it in a way that pleases you the most. So if there's anything that I could possibly tell anyone about how to do what it is that they do, it's to study your craft.
The biggest thing I've learned since I turned 45, when I turned 45 and now I'm 49, is I made my goals smaller so that they could be attainable and I wouldn't be frustrated. In society, we're told to have these lofty goals, the 10-year goal, the 5-year goal. Many of us won't be around that long. I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just saying the way the life is. Nothing is guaranteed. But what has helped me is I make my goals 30 days now. And I choose one thing, just one thing that I want to perfect in 30 days. And I just stick with that. and I chronicle it. I may write it. I may videotape it. I may diary. It could be weight. It could be my business. It could be being a better mother. It could be whatever. But I stick to that for 30 days. And I don't see change, honestly, in 30 days. But what I do get is a routine. And then my day 45, I begin to see a little something happen that's different. Maybe it's me becoming more, more patient or something like that. But then day 60, oh my God, I've really become like a new person, and I'm able to check that off and go on to another goal. So my parting wisdom is set a smaller goal for yourself. Set one thing and make it a 30-day commitment, because with 30 days, you can literally have a shift, a reset, and a pivot that's going to empower you to get to another 30 days.
My advice would be, because we've talked about this a lot here, is don't underestimate the power of your network. Something I love to say. I think that everything I've achieved in my life has been through my network of friends and colleagues and supporters. I wouldn't have anything without them. And, when you are starting out in your career, it's easy to sort of forget and be sort of transient in your friendships and in your relationships. But it's really important to keep people close and to build a great network around you, build a great professional network around you, because these relationships become more and more important, the further you all rise up the career ladder. All the jobs I've had have been through people recommending me. And I think once you once you're sort of mid-career and the stakes get higher and it gets tougher for women, those relationships will become more important than ever. So don't underestimate that.
Have the highest opinion of yourself. Have the highest opinion of yourself. I keep talking about identity. That's what that's all connected to for me. And you have the opportunity to choose your identity, to really, really dig in and choose the highest possible opinion of yourself. And that's what God, spirit, universe, whatever speaks to you, that's what we're here to do. And I think when you do that, everything else that you're trying to put together, you're creative, you're ambitious, you're making businesses, you're doing things, all of that will come into play. Just sit in that discomfort and really figure out how to choose that identity for yourself.
I think more so than ever, we all need to be present. Be attuned, not just to what's going on around you, but really take the time to listen to what's going on inside of you and how you feel, and be like respectful of that inner voice, because that's the one that's going to lead you to where you need to be.
The first is your past does not define your future. Whatever you've done back in the day has maybe most likely set you up for where you are today. And don't give up. You're gonna want to. It's gonna get hard. You might not get your hair done. You might not get your nails done one day. But don't give up. If you wanted a 9-to-5, if you wanted to get a weekly paycheck, you'd get that. And the third is this quote by Warren Buffett that I live by, is that if you can't control your emotions, you can't control your money. And I think that as women, we're emotional beings, and I'm trying to find courses or find, things where I don't react to things in an emotional way. And I don't mean like yelling or, crying or whatever, but just really seeing business on a surface level and really understanding business so that you can be successful. I want to see women win.
What I would say to anyone, which I think can relate to any situation, is not to stay too long in whatever it is. If it's not helping you to heal, if it's not feeding your soul, if it's not helping you get to your next level, if it's not contributing to your overall health, wellness, don't stay too long at the job, at the relationship, in the business, in the friendship, whatever it is. Do not stay longer than you need to stay. Don't stay long enough for it to make you sick. Don't stay long enough for it to break you down. So whatever it is that we're doing, that we have going on, just don't stay too long. And I think too long is different for everyone, but we each know what our too long is.
I hope you enjoyed this episode, a little bit of inspiration to get you through your day, today or any day. So now you know what to do. Go out there and create something sexy, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.